new paper has been published in Nephrology, Dialysis and Transplantation on hemoadsorption combined with hemodialysis, HAHD, a consensus statement from an international expert panel. The significance is that a new extracorporeal technique combining hemoadsorption with hemodialysis has been utilized with promising results, but enormous variability of procedures resulting in limited evidence have suggested to make this paper providing guidance for adoption and standardized application modality of hemoadsorption combined with hemodialysis. This will enable the design of comparable clinical trials and the acquisition of homogeneous data set suitable for evaluation and discussion. Clinical outcomes in patient maintenance dialysis are still unsatisfactory, despite of different delivery of adequate dialysis. Signs and symptoms of uremic intoxication are often present, such as pruritus, muscular weakness, chronic inflammation with cardiovascular complication, and accelerated atherosclerosis. These have been correlated with retention of inflammatory chemical mediators, protein-bound uremic toxin, and middle to large molecular weight toxins that are insufficiently cleared by current dialysis techniques. A new extracorporeal technique combining hemoadsorption with hemodialysis has demonstrated the potential and initial possibility to overcome this limitation and improve patient-centered outcomes. In order to achieve standardization, we organize a hemoadsorption hemodialysis expert perspective consensus conference in Rome in January 2025 with a group that has been endorsed by several scientific societies. The points are the indication and patient selection for HAHD, optimal modality of application in clinical practice, and technical and clinical evaluation. It has been shown that all extracorporeal techniques are compatible with the addition of hemoadsorption. Results and statements can be summarized as follows. Current surveys are safe and effective to perform HAHD. Patient population should be carefully selected. HAHD can be either rescue or elective therapy. Priming procedures should be simplified. Treatment duration in agreement with the original schedules, 4 hours. Blood and dialysate flow as in original prescription. Anticoagulation possibly adjusted but not mandatory. Cartridge placed before the hemodialyzer, and HA can be combined with all type of extracorporeal therapy, low flux, high flux, hemodiafiltration, HDX. In conclusion, we applied implementation science to offer standards for adoption of HAHD. We need to identify patient subgroups that are likely to benefit from HAHD. We need to identify adequate endpoints and biomarkers for clinical trials. We need to consider potential side effects. We need to promote full range of research to establish solid evidence. We need to define cost-benefit ratios based on patient-centered approach, and we need to offer dialysis patients a new option to improve their clinical outcomes and quality of life. What's next? Implement evaluation of biochemical assays such as uremic toxin other than urea, patient-related outcomes and performance tests, characterization of absorption capacity for a large number of endogenous and exogenous molecules, including protein-bound uremic toxin and drugs, development of data registries supported and or endorsed by national and international scientific societies, development of a roadmap to design feasible, standardized and pragmatic clinical trials, ideally ending in randomized controlled trials, aimed to evaluate the clinical effectiveness of HAHD. And finally, to explore the potential long-term benefit of HAHD in patients on maintenance dialysis.